Weejay to serve for USC. Both teams had 3-0 sweeps, relatively easy yesterday. It shouldn't be that this way, and first serve is a service error.
We might see a couple of those early on in set one. Like we mentioned earlier, there are some nerves here with this matchup and playing in this environment, and so just a couple maybe mistakes early on, just people kind of getting used to everything going on here.
Vasquez Gomez. It looked like that may have been floating out, but played by USC, and a first kill to Skylar Fields. Who else?
And that'll be a big matchup. We see Emma Monks and Olivia Babcock, who have the task of blocking her right now. That time, that block just getting set up a little bit too close to the pin, and that left a ton of space on the inside of the block to go with that cut shot for
Tyra Ariel. Sorry, Amanda, to serve. Stafford's first attempt. It's dug by Ariel, but too far out. Kill for Tori Stafford.
I'm not surprised that in these first couple points here, we see two unbelievable, talented outside hitters getting kills right off the bat.
Stafford coming off a double-double yesterday, 11 kills, 12 digs. And Kat Flood is in to serve for the Panthers, the senior from Illinois. And kill in the middle for USC, Lindsay Miller.
I love the pass from Williams there. Williams is a right side, but sometimes we'll see her be back in the serve-receive line, just showing off her talents there, that she's a great right side attacker, but also can be in serve-receive and take care of a pass, able to get a good pass so that her middle can get a kill there.
Grad transfer Ellie Snook to serve. We've seen a couple now service errors from USC. Pitt leads at 3-2, first set here in Pittsburgh. Second round of the NCAA women's tournament. Good crowd.
And they're still filing in here.
Played well by Fairbanks. Stafford rises up. And USC just has to play it over. Nearly got a point out of it. Stafford tips back. Fields from the back.
So impressive. She's showing off her elevation there. She's able to go up and over the block and hitting it in that deep, deep corner, barely hitting the back line. Hitting a ball there is so hard to do, but Skylar Fields makes it look unbelievably easy.
Because essentially, that is where the block is supposed to be. So, like we said, going over top of that to find that deep corner.
Fields to serve. Fairbanks sets, and that slide is blocked by Weejay.
I like the decision by Fairbanks to go back to her senior middle, Chiamaka Wokolo there. Try and get the middles involved early on both sides are going to be crucial, so that then the outsides and the pin hitters, the right sides, have a little bit more freedom when it comes to blocking.
Weejay's really come on as of late. From the back is Stafford. That is dug in play. Fairbanks back to Babcock. And now Fields is long, no touch, and it's 4-all.
And USC is calling for a touch, but it doesn't look like we'll have a challenge, and we'll continue on with that point going over to the Panthers. So a rare error, a very rare error that we see from Skylar Fields.
See that record at home for the Panthers. And they're calling that Chiamaka was over.
I'm interested to see a replay on that. I'm not quite sure how much I like that call there. It looked pretty even. Going up against Tuaniga up at the net is tough to do. She is strong. We'll get a pretty good look here.
I mean, to me, that looks like the ball is right on top of the net, so she has every right to push that ball back down.
I agree with you. That looked even to me.
And an ace off the top of that net by Gala Trubin. And it's 6-4 USC. Well, 2 plays at the net, 2 points for USC. another just missile from Trubin. Vasquez Gomez.
I love that swing by Vasquez Gomez to go high and hard hands, finding the middle blocker and pin blocker's hands and just swinging hard for them, hoping to break through, and she gets through there.
And she's just so reliable. Every time you throw the ball out there, you just know that she's going to do something smart with it.
Dylan Griffin in to serve for the Panthers at 5'6". EJ the dig. Fields comes all the way over and hits it wide. She had to travel a long way to get that opportunity.
She had a lot of time to travel, but man, yeah, she was essentially running a D ball, and I think ended up coming through the middle of the court. And I like that she went for it, but just barely missed the line there.
6-all here, first set. And a service error for the Panthers. That is the first for Pitt here today.
Dylan Griffin loves going for that deep corner. She has that lefty serve, so she's all the way on the other side of the court and loves to try to go for that deep corner, because with that lefty serve, it has so much spin on it, and movement and coming across your body makes it really hard to pass.
Mia Tuaninga, the junior from Long Beach. She goes for it as well. Olivia Babcock is long, and it's 8-6 USC.
We have two super impressive topspin servers here tonight, which it will actually be to both of their advantages that both teams have a topspin server, because they're used to facing it in their own practice gym all the time. They have a little bit different of a serve. Tuaninga with a bit of a stronger arm, but Babcock is from a way higher pinpoint of when she's hitting. So they are a little bit different, but at the end of the day, same idea.
Emma Monks immediately wanted the touch. No touch called. Dan Fisher wants a timeout, not a challenge, a timeout for the... We've seen a little bit of everything so far through 15 points, it seems. Stafford's done a nice job controlling that serve, and Vasquez Gomez gets the kill.
I was just going to say that Stafford has been passing the Tuaninga serve so well that I wanted her to kind of have that fulfilled. She passed great 3 straight times, and then the Panthers just needed to finally get that point.
Rachel Fairbanks to serve at 7-9. Fairbanks, the junior. CC Center of the Year. Olivia Babcock in, and it's 9-8.
Great placement there on that swing by Babcock. She has such a great arm swing when she goes down the line, because it's hard to read. She comes in facing cross and is able to turn it last minute, hitting that deep line swing.
Tuaninga sets up Weejay. Klicka able to dig it. Panthers just have to send it over. A chance in the middle, dug by Fairbanks. Babcock, dug by Fields, and it makes it through the scoreboard. Emma Monks in the middle, dug by USC. And Fields from the back. Klicka somehow able to get her hands on it. Knocked down, and Vasquez Gomez sends it over. And a middle kill for USC, Tyra Ariel. What a point.
What an unbelievable rally. Definitely rally of the match so far, without a doubt. I mean, how many middle runs did we see there? And just the defense, finding ways to keep middle runs alive is really hard to do. We saw swings from back row, front row, everything. Really great rally, showing off so much talent there.
Olivia Babcock dug well by Trubin. And battle at the net won by the Panthers. No other call. Point Pitt.
And a big smile there from Valeria Vasquez Gomez after that one. When you can go up against Skylar Fields and be able to beat her one-on-one, I'm sure that has to be a great feeling.
See, head coach Dan Fisher has really transformed and made this a volleyball town. Right side hit is wide. So an error for Williams, and we're 10-10. You got to get the feeling it's going to be like this a lot. We have a challenge.
He has the card in his hand, but decided not to use it.
I wonder if sometimes coaches just want to slow it down a second.
I think so, and I don't think it's a terrible idea to do so. Just a little bit of a stall, give your players maybe a second to breathe. But really quick, what a set by Tuaniga there. Skylar Fields barely hitting it out, but Tuaniga jumping high and with a single hand pushing it all the way out to the pin.
We have two amazing setters in this game today, as Pitt is back in the lead on a 3-0 run. Fields blocked. Fields again, tips it. Fairbanks pancakes it. Olivia Babcock is wide.
A really strong block by the Panthers in the middle of that play going up against Fields, and then the beautiful pancake from Rachel Fairbanks just wide. You can see going off of the foot of the near side official.
That block set from, or that bump set from Emma Monks. Babcock again, dug by Weejay. Fields comes all the way over for the kill. Her third, and it's 12-11 USC.
I know we'll say this all night, but another great set by Tuaniga. She's almost off the court on the opposite side and just has the strength and ball control and accuracy to push it all the way across the court perfectly for Skylar Fields.
So it's not that easy?
Unfortunately, she makes it look so simple, but I don't think most of us can do that.
Chance here for the Panthers. Olivia Babcock rises up, and just deep is Babcock. 13-11 USC. Dan Fisher is quickly going to challenge.
It's really key about what the initial call was.
A point to USC.
That's interesting. I wonder if it just wasn't clear enough for the officials. On our replay, it did look, but we're not quite sure what kind of plays the officials are looking at, so maybe they had better angles or it looked different for them.
So instead of 12-all, it's 13-11 USC. And an ace from Ariel.
Good serve there by Ariel. It dropped right in between Valeria Vasquez-Gomez and Emmy Klicka there, and I think just happened a little bit too fast for them to get ready past that.
Fairbanks sets Stafford to Meninga. Just a tap over, chance here. Set from Klicka. Kill attempt in the middle is wide by Lauren Miller. Lindsay Miller.
And I do see Coach Keller have the green card in his hand, thinking about the challenge. Some players were saying in, but I don't think it was definitive from everyone.
And that's that motion that you saw was exactly what you were talking about with Fisher. He looked over, it's like, come on, really? Like,
yeah, those challenges, they're sacred. You only get a couple of them, so you really want to use them smartly.
from the back is Weejay, saved, but up front, Stafford is trying a quick point opportunity. Fairbanks, Stafford! It wasn't the prettiest point, but the Panthers kept fighting and are within one.
That was a do whatever you can to keep the ball off the floor, and what great heads-up plays. It looked a little chaotic, but it does take talent and skill to recognize that that ball's bouncing around. I got to be clean with this. I got to make the best decision with this ball in such a tight timeline.
Both teams hitting zeros, and a service error from Kat Flood. Substitutions for both teams. Ellie Snook is in to serve for USC. And Klicka back in for the Panthers. 15-13 USC. And another near net court ace and a block at the net. Huge block by Miller.
And that's tough because as a defender, you know exactly where the ball's going, because if Emmy Klicka had to dive for that, Rachel Fairbanks really only has one option, and then you're able to set up, if you're Lindsay Miller, exactly where you want to, and then Skylar Fields there to clean it up.
Fairbanks sets Stafford, and no chance. It's through that block. It's 16-14.
Tori Stafford having a great night last night in her first ever NCAA tournament match, and she's come out swinging high and hard again tonight, and that's something you definitely want to see from your freshman outside hitter.
3 kills for Stafford, 3 for Vasquez Gomez. Babcock to serve. Weejay's able to keep that off the floor. Set high for Fields. Fairbanks just taps it over.
What a moment for Rachel Fairbanks. She doesn't do it often, but that's the key, because you never really know when it's going to happen. And it was a good pass, and so you think as a defender, okay, she's going to set one of her great hitters in this opportunity, but took that one for herself.
How do you see that?
Back row attack there, just barely over the service line, or the 10-foot line, excuse me, for Weejay.
We're back tied at 16. If you're just joining us, it's first set, and there are already 3 lead changes and 8 ties. And a service error for Babcock, and the lead change again.
And we talked about it all season, the risk reward of the Babcock serve. We saw the first one where Weejay had to dive across the court to be able to get it up, but then you also have the risk of the service going out of bounds.
One of the best attackers in the game, Fields serving. Another really good attacker, Babcock, blocked. Good dig by Fields. And looks like Tuaninga was into the net. Error USC. And how about a 9th tie?
But in the middle of that, there was the swing from the Panthers, and USC was saying they did not touch it, and so it looks like we will have the challenge.
And a point to the Panthers. So 2 challenges, both failed.
And the biggest thing that like I said earlier with the first challenge is, what was the call on the court? Because you have to see that definitive video evidence that shows you the exact opposite of what that call on the court is. And I think because of how hard the ball hit the net, that there was no way you could clearly tell if the forearm of one of the USC players didn't touch it.
Stafford to serve at 17. Weejay gets up high, and the Panthers unable to save it. Weejay is an impressive player. If you weren't with us yesterday, we were discussing how she should be a high school senior right now, and is playing amazing volleyball at this age. And a service error by Trubin.
Yeah, back to talk about Weejay a little bit. Supposed to be in her senior high school season, and so when we talked to Brad Keller before the match, he had such high and great things to say about her, because in your senior year of high school, it's when you get to go to your proms, it's when you get to go to graduation, and she made the decision. She had enough credits in school to be able to bypass her senior year, and she made the decision, hey, I think I can help out this USC team. I think I can make an impact, and I'm going to bypass maybe this really fun year of life for something really serious and something that I truly care about, which is my volleyball career.
Kill attempt in the middle. An error for USC.
And a rare miscommunication that we see between Tuaninga and any of her hitters, just not on the same page at that moment.
Kind of, if you break down sets into different times, now we're into critical time and a near ace. Fairbanks sets Vasquez Gomez. It's blocked and dug. Fairbanks just tips it over. Tuaninga sets up Fields, and the Panthers unable to get it over. Fields gets another kill.
The pit block almost able to make a scrappy play on that, just got a little too jumbled up, and I believe a lift was called there.
They tried to use everything, though. I saw some legs, some feet. I saw everybody.
A chicken wing.
Trying to get that ball, keep that ball alive.
Yeah, you guys ever saved one with your leg?
Oh, yeah.
At times, yes.
They're fun. They're rare, but
Yes.
they get the team hyped up for sure.
And not encouraged by coaches.
And you can tell it just seemed to come off her hand. Strangely, Mia's serve out, 2019 Panthers.
And that's the thing about having one of those topspin serves. You're throwing the ball up really high. Every element of that serve has to be perfect in order to make sure that you get it in play.
But when it is, though,
It's deadly. I would not want to stand back there.
Rachel Fairbanks. EJ blocked. Good hustle by Trubin. A chance here for Pitt. Emma Monks in the middle. Dug again. Williams blocked but out. 20 all.
A nice off-speed swing there by Williams. That was kind of a chaotic play in high ball sets and quick sets, and a great dig by libero for USC, and just a nice then off-speed shot.
Fairbanks able to save that serve, and in by Babcock.
And I also think a touch was called as well, so regardless, that point would have gone over to the Panthers.
She made sure it was going to be a kill. Such
Boy.
a hard swing to take. Hitting that back corner, I just always say that that's where those points lie. If you can get it to that back corner, nobody's there to defend that.
Fields rises up, is blocked. Gonna try again, this time she has to hit it over. Chance here for USC in the middle, blocked and dug. Back to Babcock, she is blocked at the net. Fairbanks sets Babcock again.
The athleticism of Rachel Fairbanks on that play. She was never...
4 for Stafford on 10 attacks. Vasquez Gomez serves. Fields just rises up. Let me click up. Here's Skylar Fields, hits it through everybody. Give USC the serve and down a point.
Amanda, like you were just talking about there with the block touches, we saw 2 swings earlier before the kill. The first by Skylar Fields that gets slowed down by the Pitt block, and then the next by Olivia Babcock that gets slowed down by the USC block. And so these block touches are helping their team so much stay into these rallies against 2 of the best hitters in the country right now.
Ariel serving to tie it. From the right side, Doug, Monks. The Panthers just had to send it over. Here's Fields again, and Klicka unable to dig it, and we are 22 all here in set number 1.
And credit to Anenga on that play. She shot that out. Typically we see the balls to Skylar Fields really, really high, and in that instance, she took advantage of the Pitt block being on the other side of the court and gave a quick ball out to Fields so that the Pitt block was not there.
The sophomore from Texas, Tyra Ariel. Stafford. Williams is blocked but out of bounds, and USC now 2 points from this first set, and a timeout for the Pitt Pamp. 23-22 first set, second round of the NCAA tournament regional here in Pittsburgh. Ariel. Logan Mosley, who has come in, gets that serve. And in middle kill, dug again by Mosley. Monks keeps it alive, but an error by Monks, and it is set point for the Trojans.
That's an error that you're going to want back if you're Monks and if you're Pittsburgh. Logan Mosley coming in and doing her job. She makes a great pass and she gets a great dig, and then Emma Monks just barely in the net there on an unfortunate play.
Fairbanks sets Stafford, and the Panthers still alive.
Stafford with no fear. She doesn't care what the score is. She doesn't care that we're in the NCAA tournament. She is going for it. Crazy to see as a freshman, but she is a leader on this team, and she swings high and hard, and we see that there, keeping her Pitt team alive.
some ways this will be less special for her because the first round match she faced her sister. Cat Flood into serve. Fields blocked, and it trickles over to the pit side. Stafford again, blocked down in the first set to USC.
And it was everything I think we could have expected and more. And I think the thing that we saw the most was the defense between these.
Tori Stafford, 5 kills for Pitt, 6 for Skylar Fields for USC. And Fields with the opening dig and the opening attack attempt, dug by Emmy Klicka. Vasquez Gomez in, nearly flat-footed for Vasquez Gomez.
Veteran line shot there for Vasquez Gomez. Such a great swing. She's facing cross court, and just her ability on a high bump set to just perfectly place that in, and started by her libero, Emmy Klicka, for the dig there.
There's no way you teach that. That's just all Valeria and her experience.
Winning of the set to the middle, and it's blocked. And a bunch of one-handed hits. And over on the other side is Olivia Babcock. It's been quiet for Olivia so far in the NCAA tournament, even though she had 12 kills in the opening game.
Maybe not seeing the hitting percentages that Olivia Babcock's standard normally holds up to, but she's somebody that you can count on. She always finds a way, that maybe a little bit of a slower start, but she finds a way to get her numbers up by the end.
Tuaniga, and tip recognized by Vasquez Gomez. Vasquez Gomez, back line, 3-0 Pitt.
Another bailout there by Vasquez Gomez. She's been so good here tonight. She's been a senior for this team, a leader for this team, and we see when they're down 0-1 in sets that go to Valeria here, and she's able to find a way to put it away.
All of her siblings played volleyball. You could kind of tell. She's, as Amanda, you mentioned, she's been and seen a lot. No tip error by USC, and the Panthers out to a 4-0 lead. A tournament here in Pittsburgh, and a 4-0 second set lead. Rachel Fairbanks, a service error.
I always like to chalk up that point to the head coach. I mean, they obviously aren't playing, so they can't get points, but, you know, he called the timeout, froze her, and it worked.
Tyra Ariel. Babcock is blocked at the net by Miller. Lindsay Miller. And USC is winning the battle of the middle so far.
USC's middles have been doing a great job getting block touches. Both middles on all sides have been a little bit quiet in terms of hitting percentage, so I'm interested to see here if they can really find ways to get some kills. But I think half of that is a testament to the blocking and the defense. Again, we've talked about it all night here. And until we kind of see maybe a change, we're going to keep talking about it because both defensive sides have been really strong. So
a service error, a hitting error, and now USC is down just 1. So the timeout worked to perfection. After an ace, it's 4-all.
That was a tough serve from Ariel. A dart right from her hand directly across the net.
Home crowd trying to get the Panthers in, and USC's up a set. And a middle kill for Emma Monks.
Love that decision by Fairbanks. I think they're both well aware that middles need to get a little bit more involved in this matchup. Emma Monks, who normally hits 410 in this season, 3rd in the ACC, hitting negative here tonight, and so we're going to try to get her going if you're Pitt.
Tuaniga able to set that. A near kill. Good hands again by USC. Fields is blocked this time. Fields will try again. This time she'll tip it. One hand by Babcock, and Babcock swings it wide, and it's 5-5.
And that's just a tough play. I mean, you win that battle at the net, and then you think you have it, and Olivia Babcock just trying to do a little bit too much, going for that really sharp cross-court shot.
Snook to serve for USC at 5-5. Stafford again, this time a tip. Good save by USC. Stafford again, dug by Trubin. Fields puts it away. There's a point that seemed to be in the Panthers' favor. Rallies seemed to be in the Panthers' favor, but it's USC that comes away with the point.
And again, all about the defense. I mean, we saw a number of digs in the middle of that rally from Trubin, and just great touches at the net to slow it down on the way to her, and just not able to finish off that point for the Panthers.
Emphatic from Olivia Babcock.
She needed that one.
She needed it. I think she might have let out a little bit of frustration with that one. I mean, an amazing set by Rachel Fairbanks. And Olivia Babcock unleashing on that one, saying, hey, I'm still here. I've made maybe a couple mistakes. I'm off to a slow start, but hey, I am making sure that I'm going to find a way to get my team a kill here.
Now 5 kills, tied with Vasquez Gomez and Stafford for the team lead. 7 for Fields. And a swing by Miller is dug. Fields dug by Vasquez Gomez. Here's Stafford.
Tori Stafford with a great kill there to end that rally, but credit off to the Pitt defense, digging hard-driven hits at them, one of those being an overpass and making it look easy so that Tori Stafford can swing high and hard through the block there.
And the other one, a middle attack. So 2 really, really impressive defensive plays from the Panthers.
And a near ace from Flood. How about ace from Flood?
They got the second touch on it, but it wasn't a pretty one, so we'll call it an ace.
We're going to change the rules here tonight and call that an ace.
Just for Cat Flood, because she's that cool.
She deserves it.
I mean, if you have that kind of hair, I mean, that deserves something. To Aninga. Sets Fields. Dig by Pitt. Olivia Babcock again, and wide. Pitt immediately called for a touch. But Ann Fisher is not heading for the green card. 8-7 Panthers, USC to serve, and it's Skylar Fields after a couple substitutions. Fields, the senior from Texas, the transfer from Texas. Babcock sends it long, and an easy kill for Lindsay Miller.
Good heads-up play by Miller there. Tough serve, comes over to her. I like the decision to block it down rather than hit it down, and so she just made a smart play there. Easy point.
And the Panthers, Chiamaka Wokolo.
And that's another player we talked about a few moments ago with Olivia Babcock needing to get a good swing on one, and that's another player that the Panthers need to get activated to have success offensively in Chiamaka Wokolo.
Dig by Weejay. Now she gets an opportunity for the kill. Pitt gets it back. Stafford is long. And it's 9-9.
That was a bit of a tough set. It was quick and off the net, so that didn't leave Tori Stafford with a lot of options. And if she wanted to get it in play, she had to go over top of the block. So just a little bit too long on that swing.
Trubin with 6 digs so far. And an ace.
Tough cross-court serve there by Trubin. It came fast and it dropped fast right in front of both of the passers in Valeria Vasquez-Gomez and Tori Stafford.
It was 4-0 Pitt, and it only took to 10 for USC to take the lead. Tori Stafford, the kill, her 7th.
You see a big hole in the block there, late on that block attempt, and that left a lot of space for Tori Stafford, and she knows what to do with a lot of space.
Oninga back sets, and that's blocked by the Panthers. AJ will tip it. Vasquez-Gomez sends it over to Oninga. Nice set in the middle for Ariel.
And Tuaninga being in the front row, she pulled the middle blocker with her, and so she went up to jump high, maybe looking like she was going to dump and getting the set to her middle there, pulling Pitt's blockers and letting her middle have free reign there.
And that's what happens when you have a setter that can be offensive and is so strong. You have to stay with her, and you can't just ignore the fact that she's there.
Klicka digs it. Battle at the net over. And Klicka unable to dig that one. And biggest lead in this set for USC at 12-10. USC and Pitt each hitting 108, but it's USC that's up a set. And a chance here. Middle kill. Once again, it's Ariel. You're wondering who that person might be. It might be the sophomore as the Panthers. Tuaninga. Vasquez-Gomez is blocked. And a 4-point lead now for USC.
Great block set up there by USC. We see hands over for a long time, a late drift move by the middle Ariel, and both of them able to get their hands over on that fast set.
Tuaninga. And block. Panthers get the point.
And that's what you need. The Panthers typically are at their best when their defense is strong and they're able to transition quickly from defense to offense. And we just haven't seen that transition a lot here in the early parts of this match.
Dylan Griffin to serve. And credit to Tuaninga. It seemed like she may have taken a little something off that jump serve, but was very consistent on that service opportunity. And a 3-point USC lead, up a set here in the second round of the NCAA tournament. And it's the first time we've seen the Panthers hit net and have it roll over. And hit attempt is wide. 14-12. Sophomore from California, Dylan Griffin. A lot of California players here today. Fields just rises up in the middle, hits it through the block, and the 3-point lead again for the Trojans.
Skylar Fields coming from basically the end of the court, taking her approach all the way to that 10-foot line, just launching herself up in the air, and so hard to defend whenever a player is 6'2" and then has that much time to elevate. There's almost no chance for the block in front.
Emily Fitzner in to serve for USC, and the Monks is blocked. And then a little talk from Ariel over to the Panther side.
Ariel with the one-on-one block. Deserving moment to maybe give a stare down there. When you're one-on-one and you're able to get a big block, somebody with a decent amount of size advantage on you, you're gonna feel pretty happy and proud with that one.
And the Panthers tug. And that goes into the bracket. And Williams is all right, shaking the hand a little bit.
Yeah, she tried to go one-handed into the referee stand, and that thing is solid steel, so that does not feel pleasant.
Rachel Fairbanks to serve. The Panthers down 3. USC won the first set, 25-23. Panthers just have to tip that over. And block of Skylar Fields. Olivia Babcock.
We're starting to see some blocks get going on both sides of the net. They're such impressive hitters on both sides, and so if you hit hard, you get blocked harder, and both of these teams, good blocking teams, and so I think we're about to see some blocks start heating up. They're starting to get into rhythm. They're starting to see the sets maybe a little bit better here.
USC nearly off the scoreboard, and an error by Fields, and it's 16-15.
We know that Tuaninga likes to set Skylar Fields high, but that one was literally to the scoreboard.
Pitt fans in here and USC fans in here let out some oohs and ahs with that one.
A critical set for the Panthers, down 1. Trying to pull even here in the second. Fields. It's dug by Fairbanks. And a second opportunity is killed by Babcock. We've seen Olivia Babcock start to rise up here in the second. 7 digs. Tuaninga sets middle, and a kill in the middle. Ariel again.
Amanda, you just talked about that service pressure. USC able to get a good pass that time against Fairbanks, so they're able to run the middle there and able to side out and get out of that scoring run.
And a rare service mistake.
And you could really tell off the bat that was not going to be successful. A low toss from Ariel on that one, and when you're tossing it and the toss isn't even at the height of the net, you almost have no chance to get the ball over.
Senior Vasquez Gomez, who will return for another year. And a chance here for Pitt. And right side, it's Olivia Babcock. 7 kills for Babcock.
Honestly, Rachel had me fooled on that. I thought she was going middle all day on that one, and I think the defense did as well, because you could see in that replay Lindsay Miller was staying home in the middle defensively, and then that left a single block on the outside.
And blocked by the Panthers. 19-17 Pitt.
Little play there. Great job by Olivia Babcock to stay in with the middle, typically going to block the outside. It was a good pass, so she waited just a second longer to block with middle amongst and got a hand on that.
Vasquez Gomez and a 3-0 run, and some moisture on the court for USC. That has been taken care of, and Vasquez Gomez resumes. Rising up, but blocked. Olivia Babcock set. It is 20-17 Panthers.
I don't have words. 0 words.
Oh my goodness, straight down. And that is the matchup that we want to see. If you are a volleyball fan, you love to see Skylar Fields versus Olivia Babcock. I mean, what 2 better players to go up against at the net than those two? Just great athletes going at it. It's so fun to watch.
Fields now for a little revenge. And a kill for USC.
There's a ton of rolled ankles. You have to keep it safe.
20-18. Can USC do another late run? Not if Olivia Babcock can help it. 21-18.
What a good time for Olivia Babcock to come alive if you are a Panther fan. She's made a couple big plays here in this second set, and that is what she does. She makes these, oh my gosh, speechless plays that just leave you just in awe, and that's the type of player that she is, and she come up clutch in these last couple points here for Pitt.
She literally was just floating through the air.
After a real defensive struggle the first set, seeing a lot more offense here in set number 2. Tuaninga sets Fields, and to Drew Catflood's attempt to dig it. 21-19.
But credit what Catflood was able to do at the service line. That wasn't a great first pass, and then on the side of USC, you have to credit Tuaninga for what she was able to do to get that ball out to Skylar Fields.
And now the first NCAA tournament action for Megan Verbeest, the sophomore, comes in at 19-21. The second, a really nice serve. Fairbanks saves it to give the Panthers a kill attempt. Fairbanks, Stafford.
An elite high-level swing there by Stafford. She's flying high and over the block. She's so high that, you know, if a defender weren't in the way, I think that ball might have been going out, but she hits it so hard and fast and at such a high level that if it's coming at you as a defender, you have no chance but to try to dig it.
There by Babcock, and it's 22-20.
And a tough break for Babcock. She's been doing pretty much everything right over the past couple of points, but a big one there and a big moment for USC now.
Ella Trubin. And middle kill for Chiamaka Wokolo, the senior from Columbus.
Another player that's having a perfectly timed moment here. Maybe a slower start than we've seen from Chiamaka in her games past. She's a leader and captain on this team, but she finds a way to step up when it's needed most from her.
And what a big moment too. You can see the relationship that Fairbanks has with Wokolo, because that was not an ideal situation to run a back set in, but just having that communication to do that in that moment.
Oh, well recognized by Vasquez Gomez, and she stuffs the attempt from Tuaninga.
I've been waiting for the moment that Tuaninga was going to take her chance, and so was Valeria Vasquez Gomez, all over that one. And the stare down.
Stare down with a smile there. She's going to be happy about that one.
Set point Pitt. Middle kill is blocked, and the second set goes to the Panthers, Chiamaka Wokolo.
Big plays there for the Panthers, winning that set in a big, aggressive fashion. They weren't.
And now it's 6-7 in favor of the Panthers, so 7 blocks in that second set for Pitt.
Weejay gets us underway here in the third. Vasquez Gomez, Doug. Tuaninga, the nice set. Chance here for Vasquez Gomez, again blocked. Babcock sends it over. And from the left side is Skylar Fields. First point to USC. 11 kills for Fields.
And a nice swing there to use the outside hand of Olivia Babcock, able to get that tool there after a good rally for starting of the set.
And a service error.
Olivia Babcock was just chasing that ball, and it was going out of bounds. Really making sure that it was out.
See the service errors. Vasquez Gomez to serve for the Panthers. 1-all, 1-set-all. Dig by Weejay. And USC gets a point. Williams from the right side on the block or bump set, and the assist from Skylar Fields.
kind of was a trickler, went off the net weird, maybe hit off her hand weird, and sometimes when that happens, you know, a kill is a kill in the stat book and on the points, so you're grateful however you can find a way to get one.
Ariel at 2-1. Tori Stafford makes it 2-2.
And that's a great play from Stafford because the entire USC defense knew exactly where that ball was going because of how far Rachel Fairbanks had to travel to get that, but still, Stafford going inside of that block. What a great job.
Dylan Griffin to serve. Back set and long, no touch. It's 3-2 Panthers. Jeff Hathorn, Amanda Siley, and Kayla Lund here at the Peterson Events Center in Pittsburgh, second round of the NCAA tournament. One set all, Pitt up 3-2. Kind of what we expected. Really fun volleyball so far. The slide is blocked by Tori Stafford.
Really fun volleyball, a great block there. Amanda mentioned it earlier, and we saw it at the end of that second set, and we're seeing it early on, but Pitt is at their best when they can get blocks. They're leading the NCAA right at there up at the top with blocks per set, blocks in matches, and so they play high-level volleyball when they're able to get touches up at the net.
And a block again. Skylar Fields hits it over it, but in 4-3 Pitt.
She is so high up. She elevates, and when it's a high ball like that, a high set to her, you really see how just how high she can get because she's able to take a little bit of time with it and go slow to fast into it and elevate over the opponent's block and hit a ball over and then deep and in.
And a block that has a good chance to get set up because those balls are so high, the block has every chance to move over and get in the right position, but there's nothing you can do when you're in the right position and you're jumping and then it's going over top of you.
Ellie Snook to serve for Brad Keller's team. And the Panthers able to get it over, but on a perfect read by Tuaninga, and she's able to put that away easily.
Scrappy play by Pitt there. That was crazy, just finding a way to get the ball up and over, and then a really smart heads-up play by Tuaninga to get up fast on that overpass there.
It's the fourth net cord serve for USC. A couple have been aces here today. And kill by Chiamaka Wokolo.
Credit Emmy Klicka in the back row. That was a tough serve and almost looked like it had her handcuffed, but she was able to get her arms in the right spot, kind of tuck in a little bit so that she could take a little bit off, and it was just in the perfect spot for Fairbanks as it was heading towards the net.
Second team all ACC coming off a really solid first game in the NCAA tournament. And a mistake by Fields, and it's 6-4.
Sometimes things like that happen when the sets are so high. You're in a big arena here. The lights are bright down on center court here. And so looked to me like maybe she just lost the ball in the lights in the big arena there with such a high set.
And also the ball had a lot of spin on it too.
As did that one. An ace for Olivia Babcock.
And I think that might be the first time that we've seen Babcock with 2 consecutive serves. Either she had a serving error or it was stopped by USC.
The crowd here loves her serve. It's so fun to watch, and when she gets a really good piece of it, it's really amazing.
How about Trubin able to dig that service, good serve, receive, and USC ends up with the point.
A smart swing by Fields there. She's had a couple really smart off-speed swings down the line that have been working a lot for her. She's able to hit really powerful cross court, and I really like her smart swings down the line that she's had a couple here in the past couple moments.
Snook with the recognition on the Fairbanks one-hander, and an error for USC gives it back to Pitt.
The big winding swing from London BJ there, and that was set further into the court, so she was trying to get around the ball and just sailed it out of bounds.
Tori Stafford, 9 kills, hitting .304. And all the way from the back, Click is able to dig that. And a good block by USC. Miller into Aninga, but this time Vasquez Gomez is able to get it through them, and it's 9-5 Pittsburgh.
What amazing small ball play there in defense I've had. Starting with Emmy Klicka with just a great dig, using her whole body to get up. And then you see the small ball play there by Chiamaka Wokolo, just sticking out an arm to cover her friend Valeria Vasquez Gomez on the outside, and gives her another chance to get the kill on her second swing.
And somehow USC is able to get that over, but not able to control that one from Chiamaka Wokolo. Panthers up 1 set all, second round of the NCAA tournament. Panthers the 1 seed hosting. USC came in as the 8, and a kill for London Weejay. Just her second of this game, but a big one.
On 14 attempts, so she has really been held in check, and you have to credit the Panthers. We've said their block has stepped up, but they've just got a ton of touches on her swings.
Truban's been a nice player here in this game so far. Another good serve. And net ball violation by USC.
But Kayla, we've talked about it. I love the decision from Rachel to go middle. They've been doing that a lot more, and that makes the defense stay honest, and that leaves more holes for your pin hitters.
Especially starting off with maybe that middle setter connection, maybe a little bit rocky at the beginning. We didn't see a lot of kills early on, and so I love that connection. Just say, hey, I don't care what's happened so far. We're gonna find a way to connect to this game.
And boy, the net was moving a lot. It doesn't matter. And
wow.
And is that a warning from the official?
It might be, but I saw clear as day Mia Tuaninga go straight into the net. She went under and into the net. Take a look at it here. Watch Tuaninga into the net and a whole foot underneath of the net.
At first, I thought it was maybe just hair, which is legal, but on that replay, you see it's her shoulder as well.
Yeah, and kind of her back as well. She swings around to try to get back onto her side of the court.
Panthers get the kill anyway, and it's 12-6. Weejay is blocked. Now it's Fairbanks with the hit attempt, and that is dropped down by Ariel.
And a great job of Ariel. Whenever Rachel Fairbanks has that first touch, and then you know that the opposite across the court is getting the ball, it's going to come right back this way whenever that's not an experienced setter that's touching that second ball. So a great job of Ariel recognizing that and then making the play.
Olivia Babcock. And middle kill is blocked by Monks. Vasquez Gomez is blocked down, but out of bounds.
Out of bounds, and it looks like there's maybe a little bit of hesitation. Brad Keller looking to his girls.
And Pitt does get the point.
I think it was a good challenge by Brad Keller because of the moment that was and the fact that a lot of his players were adamant.
And it happened so fast, and I like the idea to challenge that, but Pitt ends up coming away with that point.
Rachel Fairbanks to serve at 13-7, 1 set all. Inga, and blocked. Vasquez Gomez blocks Fields.
Not one, not two, but 3 blockers for that swing from Fields, saying no thank you, not on my home court.
And that's just a great read by the Pitt blockers, and I'm sure it came down a lot to also scouting, and they know, hey, maybe this rotation they like to set Fields in the back row, or they're just very aware that Fields likes to swing out of the back row, and so they're able to get 3 up there nicely.
And you just saw that stat, 9 blocks for the Panthers, and through the entire first set, through part of the second, they had none.
Side kill is wide. 15-7 Panthers. And a timeout for USC. Panthers really stepped up here against USC.
Absolutely. I believe after set number 1, she was hitting around -250, which you don't often see from a middle. But she has just stepped up massively. A great small ball play there. But to go back to Chiamaka, she's now hitting over 300, which when you're negative, when you start off negative and get over 300, that is not easy to do. And also a huge impact that she's had has been in her blocking game. Pitt has been up to 9 blocks this set, a lot of thanks to Chiamaka.
So Olivia can hit it 100 miles an hour or 5 miles an hour, and it's still a point. And that one hit wide by Williams, and the Panthers now up 10 here in the 3rd set. And a substitution coming for USC. It's Caitlin Smith.
And we saw her a little bit last night, but she came in later on in the 3rd set and got some playing time and had a couple of good swings for USC. So I think Coach Keller trying to get a little spark and see what else can happen, try to find some offense other than Skylar Fields.
The sophomore from Burbank, Danny Thomas-Nathan, also in.
I do have to talk about Danny Thomas-Nathan really fast. We're from the same area. We played at the same club for a couple years. She's a great kid, so she stayed local for USC, so it's fun to get to see her here this weekend.
And tip. Monk's able to save it. Vasquez Gomez tries to send it deep, but recognized by Fields, and a block down by Olivia Babcock. Emma Monk's there as well. And it is a 6-0 run for the Panthers.
And what a job by Babcock on that block. So she elevates and she gets herself in the right position. But the biggest key is that she gets that outside hand turned in. So when the ball goes off of her hand, it's almost guaranteed to go down onto the USC side of the court.
Dominguez sets middle, and Fairbanks saves it. And the Panthers, what they thought it may have happened, but some miscommunication, and that drops down.
Yeah, it looked like Olivia Babcock. The ball was coming over her head. Normally she would take that, and I think she just thought it was out, and her teammates trying to save her in that last second, but just a weird miscue there.
Fairbanks sets Monks. Good dig by Thomas-Nathan. And error by USC gives the serve back to the Panthers.
And an interesting play there as Ariel went and got that second ball instead of Tuaninga, and I think that kind of threw off the timing of the swing from Skylar Fields.
Vasquez Gomez. And Fields able to put it away. 14th kill for Skylar Fields, and that's critical for USC.
An elite play there started by the set by Tuaniga. She goes up with one hand and just shows off her strength and her vertical. Somebody that's undersized on the court, but shows off her vert and gets a great set there for Skylar to unleash on.
Fairbanks sets middle, and through the block, Emma Monks. Struggled a little bit early, but she's come on, especially here in the 3rd.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit earlier that both sides needed to get middles involved, especially on Pitt's side. They needed some more action from the middles, and they have absolutely delivered this game with blocking and attacking.
And you can see what mixing that up the sets does to the defense, as there was really a single block that wasn't timed correctly in front of her.
Dylan Griffin to serve for Pitt. Skylar Fields able to put it away. 15 now for Fields. And quick substitutions, including Ellie Schnook in to serve for USC. 1 set all. Panthers up 10 here in the 3rd. Pitt hitting 444 here in this set, to 3 zeros for USC. Olivia Babcock is blocked out of bounds. gives Babcock double figures.
As you mentioned, Pitt hitting 444. Maybe it's going to go up once it refreshes after that kill there, but on the match, only hitting 196, and I think that's just a testament to how well that they have done this set, but showing their strength at saying, hey, you know what, we had a slow start here, and that shows in the scores of the loss in set 1. But they said, hey, we are not going away. We're going to find a way that maybe we're not feeling our best in set 1, but we can find a way to definitely get back into this match here.
Each team now with 6 service errors. Fairbanks hit Babcock. It's sent over. Stafford. Tori Stafford also now in double figures.
And a big key on that play was the run by Chiamaka Wokolo. So that made the hitters, and the blockers stay, and you could see Lindsay Miller way late on that outside block. So credit the offense and Chiamaka Wokolo for being able to stay in that play.
And kill for Thomas Nathan. Of course, volleyball in her family, her mother was an outstanding volleyball player at Cal State Northridge.
Yeah, Danny's a great player. I've known her since she was a young kid, and something that's always talked about is that arm swing, and we see it there. She is just powers through, and she's fun when she gets set, and we saw that with that great arm swing there. She hits a heavy ball.
I think that's the second time for Trubin to hit off net cord for an ace. USC's staying alive, however, down 9 here in the third. Fairbanks. And you thought that she might go to Wokolo, but instead Rachel Fairbanks kills it herself.
And that's where getting your middles involved is so important, especially when Rachel is in the front row. She's been going to her middles a lot, which you love to see. The middles numbers are getting up. Obviously, it's working for their score. And then right when you think, like you mentioned, it's going to go to Chiamaka Wokolo, she's able to throw in a dump and catch USC off guard.
Brief pause for some moisture on the court.
And you also have to talk about the balance. So they've got the middles more activated, but the balance of the Pitt offense. 2 players with 10, and then you have Vasquez Gomez with 7 and Wokolo with 5. And then on the other side for USC, it's Skylar Fields with 15, and then the next best player at 5.
And Danny again. Panthers unable to hit it over. Danny Thomas Nathan. And it's 23-14. What an opportunity for her NCAA tournament, just a sophomore.
And I love that she's coming swinging, coming off the bench. When we talked to Brad Keller before, he said he's not afraid to use his bench when it's necessary. And we see with her coming in that, he does do that, and he can trust his bench to come in fearless, and we see that with her swings here.
Tuaninga, just powerful serve. And nearly a set from the back. Danny is blocked that time, but out of bounds.
And you can see the Pitt players saying that there was a touch, but those officials, I think, were saying that the touch was from the block of Pitt and then off of the hands and all the way across the court and out.
Vasquez Gomez unable to dig it, an ace for Tuaninga. I mean, it's a steep hill to climb, but USC not giving up here in the third.
5-1 on the scoring run, so they've been able to do things as of late to try to climb back.
Again, that serve has been unbelievable for Tuaninga. The control with that serve, and the Panthers will call timeout. We trust that all fingers were up in that motion. Tuaninga still brings the strong serve even after the timeout. Fields from the back, and USC is on a run. 23-18.
They're finding a way to slow Pitt's offense down. A great pass there by Tori Stafford, and Pitt runs the middle. Just a little bit of a miss hit by Emma Monks there, and USC wastes no time but to transition and get that kill right away.
It is such a tough serve to be consistent with, and Tuaninga has been unbelievable here in this service opportunity. As blocked, but out of bounds, and it's set point for the Panthers.
Lucky break there for Pitt as that ball just blocked out of bounds. Credit USC for being in the right spot at the right time, just not able to fully execute.
So even with that service rally from Tuaninga, it is set point for Pitt and Rachel Fairbanks. Fairbanks sets Olivia Babcock, and the Panthers now up 2-1.
Great small ball play there. You had Emma Monks diving on the floor, digging the ball after getting a block touch. Rachel Fairbanks also recognizing that Valeria Vasquez-Gomez also dove for that ball. So two of her hitters in the front row down, recognizes, hey, I got to go to Liv here, and Liv just does what Liv does.
And it has been a lot of fun. Real defensive first set, and we've seen it open up over the last couple of sets. 12 kills for Olivia Babcock, 10 for Tori Stafford, 16 for Skylar Fields, 26 assists for Tuaninga, 29 for Fairbanks, and Rachel Fairbanks will start off this set serving. Fairbanks also has 9 digs. Vasquez-Gomez leads with 11. 10 for Trubin for USC. And a slide by Miller, and point to USC.
Great pass there, started off by Weejay, and then I love the decision by Tuaninga to get the middles involved early on, and a great swing and tool block slide there by Miller.
And a slide play that we haven't seen a lot from them today, so the Panthers defense not quite ready for that.
Trubin serve. And Monks from the middle.
And again on the other side, getting a good pass and then run in the middle. I love the decisions by the setters to continue to try to get the middles involved. Both setters on both sides have been doing such a great job tonight spreading out the offense, and we're seeing some kills being produced right there.
Now 4 kills and 6 blocks for Emma Monks. Weejay winds up, is blocked straight down by Olivia Babcock.
And Rachel was on the court. Kayla, we talked off air, but the Panthers really going after Weejay in serve receive, and that makes it a little bit harder to get in your rhythm as a hitter.
As outside hitters, you kind of have to think about one job at a time, and so when she's passing and then having to go attack, we see pass, and now she's having to send the free ball over there, but you kind of really have to take it for play by play, or else it can get overwhelming, because then you're starting to think, oh, I'm passing, oh my gosh, it was a bad pass, now I have to deal with it, et cetera, and it just is kind of that cycle if you're an outside hitter. And we see Weejay get subbed there for Danny Thomas Nathan to come in and get her a couple points in the front row.
Vasquez-Gomez, 3 straight points here for the Panthers. Nathan with the tip, and Pitt able to get it over. Vasquez-Gomez. And Skylar Fields long. And officials saying it was tipped by the Panthers. So it's point USC, 3-2. No challenge from Pitt.
The biggest thing about that is, where did they think the touch was? Was it at the net? Was it on the end of that? Because there was a couple of Pitt players around where that ball landed.
All in all, a heavy swing by Skylar Fields. That one you could kind of hear with our headsets on. You could just tell she got a good piece of it.
That is also a heavy swing that just sailed long for Tuaninga.
And if you're Pitt, you're happy with that. Tuaniga went on a 7-1 run, maybe even got to 8-1 run in the last set to make a comeback for SC at the last chance there. And so with Pitt, if you're in serve receive, you're happy that that one just misses wide.
But you also have to have nerves of steel if you're Emmy Click on that back line, waiting for that ball to go out.
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't seem so hard. Either crush my forearms or just let it fly. Tori Stafford able to hit it at the feet of Caitlin Smith.
Starting off with the dig by Kat Flood. Kat Flood is an all-utility player for Pittsburgh. I like to call her the heart and the embodiment of what this program is. She's someone that maybe is not on the court all the time, but when she gets in, she makes her presence known. Maybe it's a tough serve, maybe it's a big dig, but she comes up clutch in big moments, and we see that there.
And that sails just long. 5-3 Pitt. USC won the first set, the Panthers the last two. USC fourth in the Pac-12, Pitt co-champs of the ACC. Stafford gets up and it is blocked at the net.
I think that one was all Caitlin Smith there. Coming in, she only really came in the back half of that third set, and seeing more action here in the fourth and getting up on that block.
And we're seeing these subs make an impact for USC late in the third and now here in the fourth. And in an ace for Danny Thomas-Nathan.
And some disagreement. I could see a couple of the Panthers staff saying that was in, a couple of them saying it was out, but talk about having to go from the serve of Tuaniga to the serve of Thomas-Nathan. Wow.
Klicka's able to absorb it, and Stafford's able to kill it.
Great line swing there by Stafford. She's completely facing forward and able to just make an amazing arm swing cross so that the ball goes down the line. And just she's such an elite player, and she's only a freshman, and she's just had such a great tournament start here.
Now the Panthers jump serve. And dug by Babcock, and again, somehow that misses the scoreboard for Stafford to be able to kill it.
Tori Stafford is on fire. Rachel Fairbanks going for the heat check there, and confirmed for Tori Babcock.
We see the hitting percentage differential.
And an ace.
What a great serve there by Babcock. She really can do it all, but going back to the hitting percentage differential for this set, we just see how much that Pitt has pulled away with their hitting percentage. They're finally heating up here.
Olivia Babcock, it is 8-5 Panthers. And another good serve to Tuaniga with a really good set to Fields, and a much needed point there for USC.
Skylar Fields says, I'm still in this match too, and gonna do everything that I can to keep my team alive, as she now has 18 kill attempts on 48 attacks.
Ariel. And from the back is Babcock, and saving it is Ariel, and bumping it over is Thomas-Nathan. However, Chiamaka Wokolo with the kill, and all that work, Panthers end up with the point.
Great play on USC's side, but Chiamaka running the back one, just too powerful there. A great decision by Rachel Fairbanks to throw that up, trusting that Chiamaka is going to be up there. Chiamaka Wokolo has been such a difference maker for Pitt in this match.
Vasquez Gomez. 8 kills for the senior.
And great communication on the back end for Pitt. Olivia Babcock was going to set that second ball, but she heard her setter say, I have it, and then that led to the Panthers having a better attempt at that attack.
quick set and an error for USC. And USC's to serve. Fields with the tip, good dig by Babcock, and the Panthers send it over quickly. And that works again for Pitt, and it's 12-6.
Man, Olivia Babcock used every inch that she could to be able to dive to get that ball. And then Fairbanks, again, she picks her spots perfectly to be an offensive setter.
I love the way that Olivia Babcock not only spread out for that, but was very smartly and athletically able to get two hands under it. She maybe
get her wrist turned back.
Exactly.
Is it me, or does she seem like Olivia, after that first set, like now she seems like the player we saw all year?
Totally agree.
Tuaninga, one-handed set to Skylar Fields.
That duo together is unbelievable. The one-handed set, we've seen it a couple times tonight, and every time it's just as impressive as it was the last time that we saw it. And then Skylar Fields with one blocker up, I mean, you're going to choose Skylar versus one block every single time, and she's able to get one block up because of her amazing setter, and then she's just able to finish the job.
USC needs a serving run. Snook serve. It's blocked by Tuaninga. Vasquez Gomez, good dig by Thomas Nathan. Vasquez Gomez again, and that is saved by Trubin. And a wide hit, and USC battles for that point.
A true battle as the Panthers were teeing off with every swing, and every defender of USC, I think, touched the ball during that rally.
And if you're a C, that's how you're going to find a way to stay alive in this match. You're going to try to frustrate Pitt and Pitt's offense by getting block touches, getting defensive touches, getting them out of system on serve receive. Little things like that add up very quickly and put a lot of pressure on your opponent.
We're seeing USC climb back into this. It's a 3-0 run for the Trojans. Obviously a must-win set for USC. Down 2-1. Going the same area. And from the back, it's Olivia Babcock.
And just like I talked about for Pitt in serving, they were going after Weejay. USC tending to go towards Tori Stafford, but she has been passing so well. And we saw it there again, and that led Rachel Fairbanks to have her full complement of hitters and deciding to go to the back row to Babcock.
Tori Stafford playing so well in all aspects of the game tonight. Yeah, as you just said, both teams going after both of the freshman passers. Serve receive is such a mental game, and so a lot of coaches like to go after the freshman passers, but we see Tori Stafford standing strong back there in the service pass line.
Service error. Takes it from 13-9 to 13-10. Babcock and Stafford each with 3 assists. Skylar Fields to serve. USC down 3 here in the 4th set. Second round of the NCAA Volleyball Championship. Vasquez Gomez is blocked down. Miller. And the Trojans within 2.
USC not going away. They are hanging in this match. They know it's do or die time, and they're coming up big when they need to most.
And off of Tori Stafford for an ace. It's 13-12. And Pitt is going to call timeout.
It's so tough there on the back line for Tori Stafford.
Vasquez Gomez times it, but hits it wide, and it's 13-13.
Vasquez Gomez trying to go with that overhead swing, but a little bit too far behind her, and then getting her hand underneath of it, launching it out of play.
And Fields, a service error. Panthers get it back. Rachel Fairbanks to serve for Pitt. Fields is blocked. Fairbanks sets middle. A little off speed by Monks. A slide dug by Fairbanks. Fairbanks sets up Vasquez Gomez and a block by Miller. 14 all.
Just another one of those weird volleyball rallies where touches are happening, the balls are flying around, and weird net touches, and USC able to use that to their advantage there at the net.
Truby. And from the right side.
We're getting right in the action there, guys. The ball came at us. Skylar Fields came at us.
I just want everyone to know that I wasn't diving behind everybody, or maybe I was.
Great hustle play there by USC. They tried. Unfortunately, the ball just flew a little bit too out of play there.
15-14 Panthers. And just long on the hit. USC wanted a touch.
Barely wide there for Ariel. I like the decision by Tuniga to set her there. It was coming kind of towards the right side of the net, and the ball barely goes long.
Vasquez Gomez. And the tip attempt is just short.
And there, I think Skylar Fields getting a little bit into her head. She's trying to think about the perfect play to do, and she saw the big block in front of her and decided to try to tip it, but in a back row attack, it's so hard to try to tip.
Vasquez Gomez, Panthers back up 3, a 3-0 run. Tuninga sets, blocked down. Olivia Babcock, 6 blocks for 1 against USC. Larry Vasquez Gomez serves. Thomas Nathan. A little bit of a scramble, dug by Snook, and a little miscommunication there. Ariel, and now a 5-point Pitt lead.
And a rare miscue there. We haven't seen a lot of those on either side of the net because both setters are just 2 of the best setters in the nation, and so just a rare miscue at an unfortunate time.
And an ace for Valeria Vasquez Gomez, and it is 20-14.
And credit the Vasquez Gomez serve, as she's been really going after Trubin, who's the libero for USC, and then switching it up there, just really tough as we see a sub come in, and Riley McGinnis will come in for USC.
Trying a little bit of anything. What combination can get us on a run? Skylar Fields. It's a good one to set when you need a point. 20 kills for Fields.
Amanda, as you mentioned earlier, Pitt serve going after Trubin here the past couple points, and she's kind of been a silent, steady player for USC. I believe she has 3 aces tonight, which is so impressive, back from the service line. But then in serve receive, she has been super steady, and she's made some big digs as well, and so she's just kind of been a silent player for SC there in the back row.
How about that dig by Logan Mosley, coming in pretty cold to make a dig off that serve, and the Panthers get the point.
And that's exactly, you talk about Brad Keller having confidence in his bench. Dan Fisher also has a lot of confidence in his. I don't think we've seen Logan Mosley since the first set. And so to come in and make a pass like that, and you see 2 total digs, but they've come in huge moments for this Panthers team.
And she's also passed really well today too when she's been in.
And kill in the middle by McGinnis.
Another good substitution by the coaches out here tonight. Making a sub and getting an immediate kill and making your presence known is really valuable.
And we've seen some of USC's future with McGinnis, Weejay, with Thomas Nathan getting this NCAA experience, and now Thomas Nathan, who has a tough serve to return as well. Every once in a while, one falls for you, and it did for Chiamaka Wokolo and the Panthers there.
Campfire there, and USC got burned in the middle.
Really smart decision there by Chiamaka Wokolo. It was a great pass, a little bit on the tighter side, and so Rachel Fairbanks jumped up and grabbed it, maybe a little bit low of a set. Wokolo knowing what to do with that and showing off that she's a veteran middle blocker.
And little kill, saved by Pitt. McGinnis, though, puts it away again. 2 kills for McGinnis here in the 4th.
What a stab by Logan Mosley on the defensive side, and a great job by Pitt to keep that alive. We talked about Logan Mosley and bench players coming in and making a difference. These are some of the top teams in the country, and so girls that are on the bench are some of the best players in the country, and you don't get to see them highlighted as much, and so I love to see when girls come in and take their opportunity and make the most of it.
Beast, another sophomore with the serve. That hit blocked. Fairbanks, slide by Chiamaka Wokolo. That's 8 kills, and Pitt now 2 points from moving on to the 3rd round.
Chiamaka Wokolo, I think getting my MVP here for Pitt tonight. The veteran senior middle blocker has stepped up huge. Her numbers have jumped. Her play has jumped. Her attitude has jumped. She is a veteran. She is their captain, and we have seen her play just step up. And with her stepping up, we've seen Pitt come out with these wins.
Stafford, the near ace off net cord, and Pitt able to put it away at the net. It is now match point for the Panthers. USC able to take the first set. It was back and forth till a late run in the second. Pitt controlled the 3rd and now up 7 at match point. And a net violation by the Panthers, so USC will get a chance to serve.
And I saw in that huddle Chiamaka Wokolo saying, "My bad," and then she looked at Emmy Klicka and said, "That was a great dig. I'm sorry, my fault."
Still match point for a few more points. Ellie Snook. Fairbanks able to run all the way over to Vasquez Gomez, the block out of bounds, and the Panthers move on 3-1 against USC.
And how sweet